welcome friends. Welcome to a really cold morning here in East Tennessee, these old Tennessee woods. You can see how cold it is. Got up here in these woods and the fog that froze to the trees. You can see it here, look like snow. But it froze right to them. Anyway, it started warming up a little bit. Start probing these old woods and see what history we can find. We found some pretty good items. Well, it seems like I've already hit a target, so let's get started. There it is right there. There it is right there. Must be deeper then. Finally found that crap. I was about to give up on it. I dug a foot deep hole. I raked it out and didn't know it. Piece of solid lead right there. Guarantee you when I clean that up, it'll be old blue lead. Flattened out old musket ball or something. But sure ain't no buckshot or nothing like that. I'll clean it up and show it to you. Moving on. That shows about a 12 with no iron in it. Only out here enough to show you. There it is, 2 inches under the ground. No shotgun shell. Now this is an old one. I haven't seen them. I haven't had one like this yet. It says a Mallard 16 gauge Sears Roebuck and Company. Sears Roebuck and Company. I don't know how old that is. I have to look it up. It might be old and it might not be that old. I've never seen one of them. It's about 2 inches under the ground. Of course, I've been finding them 100-year-old, an inch under the ground, so it don't matter in these rocks. We'll find out. Moving on. Well, just walking through these old woods, picked up something big under the leaves. Looks like another old buggy frame of some kind. I'm just going to hang it here on a tree. You can see it. Don't know. Just looks like part of an old buggy frame in these old Tennessee woods. A hill lay right there. Moving on. There's a 16 with a little bit of iron in it. Hopefully it's another old shotgun shell, people. Add to my collection. I don't like finding them old rifle hulls though. Get it where you can see it. I see a piece of something. Another old shotgun shell. Let's see what this one is. It's a 16 gauge Remington UMC Sure Shot. Now I know that's close to 100 years old. That is an old one. I found an old rotten tree here that's went away. It was a big one. So I would say this is what they hunted years ago. So we're moving on. Well, you can see why I boarded this place till hunting season's over. See a tree stand there. Two-seater too. They see me a long ways off, talking to myself and swinging his stick. They'd think I was crazy. We're moving on. So the 16, 18. But that don't mean nothing. Digging all around. There you go. What'd I tell you? They'd been logging one time. Well, that's a nice find right there. You could use it. It's not bad shape either. Old wedge. Wood splitting ledge. Wonder how long it's laid there. About 6 inches in the ground. Oh well, that's a nice one. You just never know what you find. I thought maybe it might be a horseshoe. They're probably laying right here too. So we're moving on. There's a 20. See what that is. One cold day. That's a bullet. Old bullet. An old bullet. I found many of them. All right, moving on. That shows a 20-24. Good target. Get my digger out. That's what I'm looking for. I had to get out of them old woods back there because I think they've been logged years and years ago, and they used to be cow pastures. And they just growed up in the woods. I don't know what that one is, but we'll find out here in a second. Could be 30 years old, could be 50 or 60. I don't know, I'd have to look it up. Federal monarch. I'll give you a description. Moving on. I'm going to try to find them old ones. 100-year jobs. Moving on. There's a 15 with no iron. see what that is. I see it. Looks like a 16 gauge, maybe a 20, right there. I like to get down on the ground, but it's just too wet. All this frozen fog is thawing out of the trees now, like it's raining. It's a 12 gauge though. I thought it was maybe a 16. It's in good shape. Better shape than that Federal Winchester New Rival 12 gauge. Made in 1897. Well, that's a good find. I like finding them. Them's old. All right, we're moving on. Back in the old road beds. Sun has finally come out late this afternoon. Finally. Moving on. There's a 16, 17. Hopefully it ain't another nail. Try to stay away from the benches. There it is. Old shotgun shell. Oh, see what this one is. Gauge Peters Victor. That is an oval. I've got a mile walk back out of here. Wish I'd brought my four-wheeler, but I didn't do it today. It's too muddy, too wet, too cold to ride it. But we're moving on. There's a 24, 26, right in the middle of this road bed. Old road bed. Whatever that is. Don't know what that is. Rusted away piece of iron. Who knows? Come off piece of wagon, farming machinery, off horses, equipment, who knows? Alright. We're right in the middle of this old road bed. Moving on, and it's about rusted plumb away. All right, moving on. Trees, I just don't know why they're dying. That's probably a 100-year-old tree right there. And no tell how long it's been dead. It's ready to fall. Big old tree. They're just all dying. You can see them breaking down. Just something's killing the trees. I don't know what it is. Insects, pollution, don't know. Blight, disease, fungus. Oh well, we're moving on. It's just sad to see. Man, it sure warmed up a lot since I got here this morning. Man, it's cold. Warming up a little bit. It's in the high 30s now. Of course, I know this ain't up north. You're just used to that cold weather. We ain't. See what I got here. I showed a 15 on the target. I'm beginning to hate them as bad as I do fence staples, bob wire. These old poles, I guess, where people's been hunting over the years. All right, moving on. Well, here's today's find. It's been one cold day in these old Tennessee woods, but we had a pretty good day finding some stuff. This old musket ball here is what it looks like. See where it's been pinched off on top, poured and mowed and pinched off. It looks like an old musket ball. And here's an old bullet. I found many of them up on Old Bullet Ridge. They look awful familiar. But I really like these old shotgun shells. Some of these are 120, 225 years old. And I found a couple of the same style and brand too. Here's a couple of extras that I found. One's 125 years old, one's about 100 years old. And of course this old wedge, I wonder how long it's been in the ground, 6 inches deep. Back in the old days when they logged, it could be 100 years old, I just don't know. Well, anyway, I had a good day, cold, but as time goes on, get deeper and deeper back in these old woods, get my four-wheeler out and get back in them rocks. So I hope y'all enjoyed, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.